Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at another song. This one is called Grace of God with Us by Passion Music. This is the fifth and final tutorial, as promised, from my video 5 brand new Christmas worship songs for 2021. And if you haven't watched that video, I will link it up here again, and you will be able to see on my channel the other 4 tutorials that were recommended in that video. Granted, I am very well aware that there is only one more Sunday until Christmas this coming Sunday, so it's a good chance that you're probably not going to do this song, but there's always next year or the week after Christmas, which I don't know how many people are having services the day after. I don't think our church is. But anyways, really enjoy this song, really enjoy listening to it. It's a very pretty melody and pretty Christmas song. Fairly simple to play as well, and it's going to be in the key of C. So we're going to be playing C shapes, very simple, pretty straightforward. It's female-led, however, I do think a male could possibly lead this song. So let's just, without further ado, go ahead and just dive into the tutorial for it, the guitar tutorial. And also, I'll also talk about how to lead this song, maybe some ideas, and then some scripture at the end of this video. So be sure to stick around for that. But in the description box below, real quick, go down there, and there should be a link next to. I put chart and then a link next to it. Be sure to go check that out as we kind of go through this tutorial here, so you can follow along. I will be using the Nashville number system, and that is what is in the chart below as well. And you'll see that up here. Very simple, easy to kind of follow along with. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But that's what I'll be speaking. I'll be speaking Nashville numbers in this video. Most of this song has a walk-up progression vibe to it, simply because it starts on our 1 chord, which is C for us, and then it just begins to kind of walk up. There's just this walk-up vibe to it. So it goes, the intro is going to be 1, 2 minor, 1/3, 4, 1/5, 6 minor, 5, and 4. So those are the chords for it, but you'll see that a few of them are in parentheses. Since we're in 4/4, those chords are going to split that beat evenly, with the exception of the one here closer to the end that has 3 chords in it. That one is going to split the bar a little bit differently, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. So again, it's going to be 2 beats of the 1 chord, 2 beats of our 2 minor chords, so it would be a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then from there they go to our 1/3 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is going to go from there to our 4 chord, which is F. And then there is this section here where there's 3 chords in parentheses, the 1/5 chord, which all I'm playing there is a C with my pinky on the 3rd fret E string. So that's that bottom note, that's that G. There's our 1/5 chord. And then 1 beat of the 6 minor, and then 1 beat of the 5 chord, and then a full bar of 4. So altogether, this is our intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And based on the BPM and kind of where this song fits rhythmically, mostly just down strums. And then a little bit of an up strum there at the end between the chord changes, so that's something you could do. Verse number 1 is going to be the exact same chord progression as our intro, with the exception that it just does a full repeat of that. So if you're looking at this chart and you're playing along with the song, it plays that full progression and then it just hits repeat. And you'll see in my chart I put a semicolon and then 2 bars. That just means repeat. If you know music a little bit, then you'll know that that means repeat there. So from there, we're going to dive into our first chorus. The chorus, again, it has this walk-up progression, walk-up vibe to it, simply because it goes from our 1 chord to the 2, and then that 1/3. Pretty much the beginning of every phrase of this song is the 1 to 2 minor to the 3, and so it does give it this walk-up vibe to it. But yeah, the chorus starts off. It's going to be basically the same thing as that previous progression, with the exception that our 1/3 chord gets a full bar. So it would be, that first section is the 1, 2 minor, they split the bar evenly, and then 1/3, it's going to get a full bar, and then 4 to 6 minor, and that splits the beat, and then a full bar of our 5 chord. So just that first section is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first half, the first section of that chorus. And then from there, we're going to go into the next section. Again, starting off on the 1, 2 minor, 1/3, and this time that 1/3 splits the bar with the 4 chord. And so 2 beats apiece for those 2 chords. And then we're going to go back kind of to that similar progression in the intro where it goes to the 1/5. And then to our 5 chord, and then to our 1 chord. And of course, that 1/5 to 5 gives it this, it feels as though like the end of the phrase is being set up. It's being set up to end, essentially. So it's going to go back to that root chord, that home bass, the tonic, the 1. So that 1/5, I love that. Gives it that sense of being set up to resolve. And let me just go ahead and play through that real quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. One over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, mind you, this is the radio version, which I believe might be different than the original version of this song. I'm not quite sure on that, but I'm referencing the radio version of the song, which I don't believe I mentioned. From there, they're going to go back into the verse. It's going to be verse 2. No changes at this point. The chords are the exact same as verse 1, and similarly, that progression, that phrasing repeats. From there, they'll go back into the chorus. No changes at this point. However, at the end of the first chorus, we went back to the 1, and it just kind of held right there for a bar as we went into the second verse. That's not going to happen at the end of the second chorus. They're going to go directly into an interlude. The interlude is going to be this. It's going to be 1, 2 minor, 1/3, 4, 1/5, 5, and then 1, and I believe it's a 1 sus after that, which you can leave. That's kind of a throwaway chord. You could take it, you could leave it. You could do the 1 sus up top. So you could flip them if you wanted to, but that's going to be the interlude. Let me play through it real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then from there, they're going to go into verse number 3. And reluctantly for us, the verse progression for verse 3 is the same as the other verses. So no changes there whatsoever. After that, they will proceed into an additional chorus. And that chorus, no changes so far. We are about to get into a little bit of a change here. So they'll go through that first chorus, and all they're going to do is repeat it. If you listen to the song, I can't remember if the original does this, but the radio version does. There is this section that is, it's like a vamp section between the chorus after verse 3 into their final chorus. So they just do a repeat of it. But there's like this walk-up progression, which if you wanted to just keep it simple, you could just simply stay on your C chord, your 1 chord, but I believe they are doing kind of a walk-up, a 1 to the 2, to back to the 1, and then to their 4 chord. And so I put that in there, and honestly, that could be completely incorrect. If you just wanted to kind of delete that and mark that out, feel free to do that and just hang out at the 1 right there if you wanted to. Your keys and bass player will probably follow that melody. that at least the vocals are doing there. And if you run tracks, if you do multi-tracks, I'd wager to bet that you'll be able to solo a few instruments in the multi-tracks for this song to hear exactly what's being played. It's kind of hard to make out with the rest of the arrangement going, but I threw that progression in there anyways. So they'll do that, and they're going to go into their final chorus. Nothing is going to be different in the final chorus. I'll go ahead and throw up the back half of the chorus. There is going to be a little bit of a difference. So once they go to that 1/5 chord to the 5, like here at the end, they're going to go to their 6 minor chord, which allows that's kind of like a transition chord to get them into the tag. Just sonically gives it a little bit of a difference. So they're going to do a 6 minor chord there, which is A minor. And then they're going to play 2 beats of the 4, and then they're going to play the 5 chord. They're going to hold that. It's about a bar of that. It's really the way it's counted is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So it's kind of like a split bar section right there. So all in all, let me play through this final chorus here, just so you can get a sense of where it's going to go and where it's going to complete at. And then after that, they'll go into the outro. And I'll tell you what, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the final chorus after that walk up, and then into our outro. And I'll just throw the outro chords up here. Just follow along if you like. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It's our 6 minor. 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. So that's basically it. That's going to get you through the outro and the rest of the song. That's how you play Grace of God with Us by Passion Music. And again, the chart's down below. Feel free to check it out. If you have any questions about how to play this song, any of the arrangement sections, I'd love to help. Comment below. Reach out to me on Instagram. And before we go anywhere, let's dive into the next section of this video. All right, guys, thanks so much for sticking around. If you're still here, hit that like button. Let me know that you're still here. And we're going to kind of talk about this song just for a few minutes. Before we do that, I want to say that I've decided to add, there's a link down in the comments below, and it just says links next to it. And it's got all my socials. And I've also added a Venmo link in there. You know, on this channel, I've never asked for anything. I've never asked for money or anything like that, or I don't do a Patreon, nothing like that. But I want to be able to supply something for those of you that might be interested in supporting this ministry and supporting this channel. If that's something that you feel called to, feel led to, if you've gotten value out of watching these videos, your monetary support would be incredible. And, you know, I do all of this for free. I don't ask of anything, and I haven't for the past couple of years. I don't expect to ask anything. There's no reason for me to, but just simply if that's something that you want to do. I am going to have to get a new computer eventually, because it is it's just about to be gone. And I know I'm going to have to buy one sooner rather than later. And this computer is essential in editing these videos. I've edited 50 plus videos on my channel alone on this computer. And so in order to continue doing this into 2022, I know I'm probably going to have to buy a new computer. So whatever you would be generous in giving would definitely go towards that. And again, you don't have to, but just if you've been encouraged and gotten value out of this channel for the past couple of years, it'd mean the world to me to have your support so that I can continue to do this and equip you guys and just be a resource for you. But anyways, enough about me. Let's talk about this song. So this is just a really beautiful worship song, and I love the progression. I think the progression is a little bit different than what we might be used to seeing and hearing in most modern worship music. I love that walk-up progression. But essentially, thematically, it's got a very similar theme to Emmanuel, God with Us by Chris Tomlin, and really the whole theme of Christmas being that the promise of Christ coming, and you know the birth of Jesus, God with us, Emmanuel. All of those themes these songs just do a really good job of painting that picture. So I wouldn't overthink this song too much. I wouldn't try to possibly come up with something new. The story of Christ is especially the birth of Jesus, is just let the story be the story, and just continue to remind people, week after week, this is why we celebrate. This is why we worship. It would not be happening. We would not be here if the birth of Christ never took place. So just a reminder of that, and to be thankful for the birth of Christ and the promise of a Savior. And I would encourage you to look at Isaiah. And I've shared this in another video. Isaiah 7:14 would be a great passage. It says, "Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel," God with us. Emmanuel means God with us. There's so much to unpack there. There's so much that we can unpack there. The understanding of a God that is holy and set apart, a God that is just, a God that is full of love and compassion and mercy and grace, but also of righteousness and perfection, I guess you could say. That he would care so much about us, that he would love us enough to send his only son, to basically John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, and whosoever shall believe in him will not perish but have eternal life. That is the message of Christ. That's the message of the gospel. And so, just again, a lot to unpack there. I hope that's encouraging to you guys. And I hope you're able to equip your church and pastor your church well as you go to lead this song, whether it's this year or in 2022 or 2023 or who knows when. I don't know. But that's going to be everything I have. And I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. I don't hear much from you guys. I want to comment. I want to talk to you guys. I want to know who people are. I want to know who's watching these videos. I've had a couple of you reach out via email and over Instagram, but I just want to have conversations with you and just get to know you. And I want to hear your thoughts as well. So please, please, please comment. I pray and hope that this video series, the 5 Christmas worship songs, has been beneficial and helpful for you guys. And I will definitely be doing it again next year. If you have any recommendations of videos that you would like to see in addition to that, I'd be more than happy to hear it, and more than happy to attempt at least to execute those videos. But again, everything that you're going to need is down in the description box below. And if you need anything, please let me know. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.